Right, this is the energy saving way to cook basmati rice for 2 people. So what you need is 150 grams of basmati rice, or a little mug like that filled from about 2.5 centimeters from the top, and pour that into a saucepan. Add 250 mils of boiling hot water. A little bit of salt if you like. I don't always cook with salt, but sometimes I do. Not that I'm anti-salt, but and then I just add a dash of olive oil to stop the rice sticking together. Just a little drop, maybe about a teaspoonful or so. And then we pop the lid on, bring that to the boil, and when it boils, we then just turn the ring completely off, and then set the timer for 10 minutes, and then just let the rice cook in its own heat and steam. And then it means you've only got the ring on for a very short space of time, just to bring the initial water up to the boil. Right, as you can see, that's now come to the boil, so I'm just going to give that a bit of a stir in the bit of olive oil that we put in previously. Just let it stir around, and then we're going to turn the heat completely off, pop the lid back on, and just let it continue to cook in its own heat and steam with no further heat for 10 minutes. So this is the time to set your timer for 10 minutes, and then hopefully by the end of that all the water will have been absorbed into the rice, and you should have your perfect basmati rice, which then just needs fluffing up with a fork, i.e. just get your fork and tiddle it around a bit and break up the little granules a bit, and then that should all be fluffy and lovely. Now the basmati rice has been on for 10 minutes with the ring turned off for 10 minutes, just sitting on the original ring, and so the residual heat from the ring and the steam have now completely cooked the rice. It's virtually taken all the moisture into the rice, and you can see a few holes between the rice, which means that the moisture or the water is now gone. So now we're going to pop that into the sieve and get rid of any remaining moisture, and then we'll just fluff it up with a fork. So as you can see, all the moisture has been taken into the rice. There's very little, if any at all, come out into the saucepan. So we'll just fluff that up with a fork. So basically all we do is just put the fork in amongst it and just break up the grains of rice. And the beauty of putting the olive oil in earlier on, it means that the grains of rice don't stick together, and then you should end up with some perfect basmati rice. And you haven't had to cook it for the full 10 or 12 minutes. You've literally just added boiling water to it, brought it back to the boil, and you've cooked your rice in 10 minutes with only a very few minutes of actual energy used in terms of cooker heat. There we go, that's ready to rock and roll. So there we are, that looks nice and fluffy and cooked, and perfect for eating or popping your curry on top of, or whatever. Enjoy.